Hello, everybody. Today we're going to go over a little bit more in-depth COVID-19 training. So we're going to start off with some things that everybody probably knows by now, but we'll review. Best practices for prevention. So first, we have wash your hands. Stay 6 feet apart. Not these kind of feet, but we need a visual. Wear a mask. Not this way. Wear it this way. Next, we'll talk a little bit about how the virus spreads. It spreads through your respiratory system. Some ways that this happens: coughing and sneezing, singing, and even breathing. If you come into close contact with someone who may have had the virus, there's some steps that you need to take. But first, let's talk about what close contact is. Close contact would be hugs, kisses, sharing food or drink with somebody who may have it, or if somebody may have sneezed on you or coughed on you or in your direction where you think that you may have breathed in that air. All of that stuff is close contact. So let's talk about what you should do for close contact. First, stay at home. If you have a person at home with you who may have come in contact with COVID, you need a quarantine. This is if you've come in close contact with anyone who may have it or someone at your home has it. You need a quarantine for 14 days. If there's someone at your home quarantining because they have a positive virus, they need to be isolated in a room. And if that's the case, you'll have 14 days from the last time you had close contact with that person. Since that's not really practical in a lot of situations, another scenario that could play out is you're not able to avoid contact with that person at home. If that's the case, they'll need to isolate themselves, and the last day that they're under self-isolation, you'll be quarantining that entire time, and then you'll quarantine from the last time that they were isolating 14 more days, and then you can return to work. If you take a test due to an exposure and you have a pending exposure or a pending test, you'll need to stay at home until you get the results for that test. If it's negative due to a possible exposure, you'll still need a quarantine for 14 days. If you did test positive, there's some other things that you need to do. If you're positive, first, once again, stay home. You'll need to call your doctor. You'll need to monitor your symptoms. Make sure that you tell the doctor all your symptoms. The fever that you're looking out for is anything over 100.4. Anything below 100.4 may not be COVID related, but still something worthy to talk to your doctor about. Also, if you can't prevent contact with your family or anyone that may live with you, try to wear a mask around them. Mask is for you to limit the amount of droplets you're getting in the air. Like we said, it can be spread by singing, talking, breathing, anything like that. So you just want that mask on there to try and catch a little bit of those droplets. It may not be 100%, but it's better than nothing. So if you are positive, another question that we've been running into a lot is, when can you return to work? So if you have symptoms, you need to have at least 10 days since your symptoms appeared, and then 24 hours after no fever with no fever-reducing medications. So if you've been at home for 3 days and your symptoms stop, and then you've had 24 hours with no fever, that's not really enough. You need to stay at home for those 10 days. So you'll still have seven more days that the virus could be transmitted. So you need to wait that full 10 days and then 24 hours. So if it's 14 days and you're still having symptoms, you need to be talking with your doctor and stuff, but also still don't return to work until 24 hours with no fever and no symptoms. If you're asymptomatic, which has been a large percentage of the population, one thing that you can do, you take a test, take frequent tests, more than one. A lot of places are doing it for free and insurance covers it. You need to be 10 days symptom-free and 10 days after that last positive test. So say you've tested positive a couple of times over 5 days. Well, if you take that last one on the 5th day and you still have no symptoms, you need to wait 10 days. So you'll have a total of 15 days isolated. So those are some things that we can do to slow the spread of COVID here at the city of Muskogee. For any questions, you can talk to HR, you can talk to myself in safety, or you can talk to Tyler Evans in emergency management. All of us have some guidelines that we're helping the city follow. So everybody stay safe, wear your masks, and try to eliminate contact where you can. Thanks.